Hello students, I am Dr. Komal Rathwar, Assistant Professor in Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science. Today's session, we will talk about examination of sick child and diagnostic approach. So in this session, we will talk about how to examine a child who is come to our clinic in their sick condition. So what is the topics we consider to take history? In this session, we will talk about all that topic. So now, first of all, introduction. To understand the content difference in obtaining a medical history on a pediatric patient compared to an adult. To understand how the age of the child has an impact on obtaining an appropriate medical history. To understand all these ramifications of the parents as historian in obtaining a medical history in a pediatric patient. To understand the appropriate wording of open-ended and direct questions and appropriate use of each type of question. To develop an awareness of each clinical setting, it is appropriate to obtain a complete medical history compared to a more limited focus history. Now, difference to a pediatric history compared to an adult history. First of all, content difference. Prenatal and birth history we have to taken from parents of the child. Developmental history, social history of family, environmental risk, immunization history of the child. And parent as a historian, parent interpretation of sign and symptoms. Children above the age of four may be able to provide some of their own history. Reliability of parents' observation varies. Observation of parent-child interaction. Distraction of parents may interfere with history taking. Quality of relationship may be observed. So, outline of the pediatric history is, first of all, we have to take chief complaint. Brief statement of primary problem, including duration that caused family to seek medical attention. Second is history of present illness. Initially, statement identify the historian, that person relationship to patient and and their reliability, age, sex, races, and other important identification information about patient. Concise chronologically count of the illness, including any previous treatment with full description of symptoms and perinating negatives. It's belong here if it is related to the differential diagnosis for the chief complaint. Now, past medical history, we should consider past medical history. So, major medical illness, major surgical illness, list operation and dates, trauma, fracture, laceration, previous hospital admission with dates and diagnosis, current medications, known allergy, not just drugs, immunization state, be specific, not just up to date. Pregnancy and birth history. Maternal health during pregnancy, like bleeding, trauma, hypertension, fever, infection, illness, medications, drug, alcohol, smoking, rupture of memory. Gestational age at a delivery, labor and delivery, length of labor, fetal distress, type of delivery, vaginal cesarean section, use of forceps, anesthesia, breech, delivery, etc. Neonatal period, Apgar score, breathing problem, use of oxygen needed for intensive care, hyperbilirubinemia, birth injuries, feeding problem, length of stay, and birth weight. And now development history, age at which milestones were achieved, and current development abilities, smiling, rolling, sitting, alone, uh, crawling, walking, running, first word, toilet, training, riding, tricycle, etc. See developmental chart. School present grade, specific problem, interaction with peers, and behavior, like enuresis, temperature, tantrum, thumb sucking, pica, and nightmares. It's all about behavioral disorder. We have to check developmental history. And now feeding history, breast and bottle feed, type of formula, frequency and amount, reason for any changes in formula, solids when introduced, problem created by specific types, fluoride use. So all of these points considered, we should have physical examinations. Now, first of all, general approach. Gather as much data as possible by observation first. Position of child, parents, lab versus examination table. Stay at the child level as much as possible. Do not tower. Order of exam, least distressing to most distressing. Least distressing to most distressing. Uh, Rapport with child, including child, explain to the child level. Distraction, is it valuable tool? Now examine painful area last. Get general impression to overall attitude. Be honest. If sometime is going to hurt, tell them that is calm fashion. Don't lie. You lose credibility. Understand developmental stage, impact to child's response. For example, stranger anxiety is a normal stage of development, which tends to make examining and previously cooperate child more difficult. Now, vital signs checkup. Normal differ with adults and vary according to age. See code card for cards of age, adjust normal temperature. Tympanic versus oral versus axillary versus rectal. Heart rate, auscultation or palpate apical pulse or palpate femoral pulse in infant. Palpate antecubital or radial pulse in older child. Now respiratory rate, observe for a minute. Infant normally have periodic breathing. So that observing for only 15 minutes will result in a squeeze number. Blood pressure, appropriate size curve 2/3 width of upper arm and side. Growth parameter must plot a appropriate growth curve. Weight, height or length, OFC across frontal occipital prominence. So greatest diameter. OFC means occipital frontal circumference means head circumference. Now outline of pediatric physical examination. Uh, it is the difference. It is physical examination. It's a difference differ from adult patient. And now outline of pediatric physical examination. Now general statement about striking and or important feature, nutritional status, level of consciousness, toxic distress, cyanosis, cooperation, hydration, dysmorphology, and mental state. Obtain accurate weight, height, and OFC, occipital frontal circumference. Skin and lymphatics. First of all, we see birthmarks, navy, hemangioma, Mongolian spot, etc. Rashes, patchy, desquamations, birth, pigmentation, jaundice, texture, and turgor. Now, lymph node enlargement, location, mobility, and consistency, scar or injury, especially in a pattern suggestive to abuse. Now, head first of all, we see size and shape, fontanelle, size, tension, calm, or in a sitting or up position, sutures, overriding, scalp and hair, eyes, generally strabism, slant and palpable fissure, hypertelorism and telecanthus, EMOs, pupils, conjunctiva, sclera and cornea, bulging of nasocranial duct, red reflex, and visual field. Cross examinations have to be observed. Now ear, position of ear, observe from frontal and draw line from inner canthi to occiput. Tympanic membrane, hearing gross assessment only usually. Nose, nasal septum, mucosa, color and polyp, sinus tenderness and discharge. Mouth, mouth, lips, color and fissure, buccal mucosa, color vesicle and moist or dry. Tongue, color, palpably, position and tremor. Teeth and gums, palate, tonsils, posterior pharyngeal wall, and gag reflex. And now lungs and thorax inspection, auscultation. First inspection, pattern or breathing. Abdominal breathing is a normal in infant. Periodic breathing is a normal in infant. Pause less than 15 seconds. Respiratory rate, use accessory muscles, retraction, location, degree, and flaring. Chest wall configurations we have to check. Now auscultation, equality of breathing sound, rales, wheezing, and rhonchi have to check. Upper airway noise. Percussion and palpation often not possible and rarely helpful for infant or neonates. Cardiovascular systems check. First auscultation and rhythm, murmur, quality of heart sound have to be observed. And pulses, quality in upper and lower extremities. Abdomen inspection, shape. Infant usually have protuberant abdomen. It's remember protuberant abdomen because more scaphoid as child matures. Umbilicus, muscular integrity. Now auscultation. Then palpation. Palpation in abdomen, tenderness, avoid tender area until end of the exam. Liver and spleen and kidney may be palpable in normal newborn. Rebound and gardening, have child blow up belly to touch your hand. Neurological tests is more accomplished through observation alone. Cranial nerve, sensation, cerebellum, muscle tone and strength. Now cephalaxis, DTR, superficial abdomen and cremastic and neonatal primitives. So it's all about examination of sick patient and diagnostic approach only. I hope you like that video and it is beneficial to you. It's all about that. So thank you.